Yeah.
I mean, our year group definitely had, I think, more traumatic stories than most other average year groups because of some of the things that happened to us. And you know, see, as you know in the book, this is major,
It's, who is Senior Jegan?
So Senior Jega is an archetype of a I can't remember his exact name actually, but he lived in Vining House, Vining Extension. He was only 1 year older than my brother or two, but it was just terrible, right?
Yeah, we had them. Some of us became them, not me though.
But you know the thing is that at the time, this guy was 14 years old.
Yeah, crazy.
That's crazy.
The two retake brothers. The two retake brothers.
So I don't remember their name, but this event is one of the most significant for me that happened in the war, because it showed you that this place is kind of like a jungle. And I use jungle because we can use jungle because we know what we mean when we say jungle. It's such a risky place. Yeah, if you happen to fall on the wrong side of chaos, it can be very, very...
It can get real bad for you.
Really bad for you. So these guys had repeated outside our school, in other schools, and was another attempt for them to be able to retake the exams and hopefully to be fine. But it turns out that these guys just messed up.
So the way they messed up, if I get the story right, it sounds like they came and tried to be the Captain Savior without understanding the wisdom of an ecosystem.
I think the wisdom of an ecosystem is the best phrase you can come up with. Initially, they kept to themselves because they didn't want to be an agbaya, right? They wanted to respect themselves, so they kept their own. They kept their little circle, but in their little circle were some senior SS3 students. But these senior SS3 students were not the bold. They were some of the smaller guys in the year group, and that respect culture in Nigeria fed through to that little bubble, such that those seniors were now serving these retakers, and they started to abuse them. And one day, that abuse extended out of this circle and touched another person who was not part of the circle. That's when the other senior said, "You know what? You guys have gone too far.
Enough is enough."
Yeah.
Yeah. But this happens in real life society too. You have to really be you have to be careful. There's always
you need to know your limits. Yeah. It can happen easily. You see it sometimes in when a respectable, higher up type person collides with an area boy setup in Nigeria. Then you know who's the boss.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, in Nigeria now, everybody's making noise about Tinubu. Does he have a chance in 2023? I'm like, he has a chance. He has fantastic chance. He can become the president. I will be right here. Well, first of all, because I don't know if you were as involved, but I know your wife was extremely involved with the Showore saga, right? I watched that. One of the reasons why I really, really watched that closely was it was an opportunity for me to learn how Nigerians behave when it comes to politics, but also in life, because that's a reflection of how they operate in life, right? Now, every society has politics. It is what it is. There's a structure, and it is what the structure has nothing to do with your right and wrong. Odo, nothing, zero. Okay, it's not relevant. So watching that right in 2019 and watch them deteriorate into the pieces that they were as a society was like, wow. Even within the Showore Duro, what's his name? Duro Toye.
By the way,
even with that,
I went to that tuition lesson that I referred to in chapter 1.
Oh, he did in Ife, because he's an Ife boy, right?
I think Mr. Manuel was Fela's tuition teacher as well.
Tuition, okay. By the way, Americans, don't mind my friend. Tuition to us means the school fees. I had to Google it when I saw it the second time in the book. I was like, okay, why is he referencing lesson as tuition?
Okay, yeah. So in the UK, if you say lesson here, they will in the UK they will think more of the class you're attending right now. So like this 1 hour lesson is what people think about. Whereas tuition is more like I'm going out to get extra classes.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
hilarious. You should have seen me. I'm like, okay, I'm Googling this.
You're Googling this.
Funny enough, the second definition was like, okay, it means an extra lesson.
Classes.
Oh, okay, all right. All right. Anyway, yeah, tuition, extra classes, extracurricular, advanced.
Yeah.
Like high school kids also have something they call the advanced classes here that they do if they want to pass SATs quick enough, you know. So yeah, so even within the Feladrotoye, Shewore, Mogalu, they showed the same behavior. We didn't have to go outside. Even within their parties, right? There was people that were already disloyal to each other. I'm like, this is not a Buhari problem. It's not a Tinubu problem. Buhari and Tinubu is a product. They are a product of the problem.
I mean, to me, the way I sort of react to this is, if someone went to school, right, their discourse should be better than someone that didn't go to school.
Should be.
Unfortunately, I found that sometimes Nigerians and the education, there's something that's missing. So there was a day my wife and I were running a game because we were older than the guys in the room in the house. They were about maybe 30 year olds. At the time we were like maybe 38, 37 or whatever. So we were trying to, and younger than 30 actually for some of the guys. So we're running a game called Mafia, where you have to close your eyes for the game to actually have meaning. If you don't close your eyes, you're going to basically, the game can't work. So we had to put some rules in to say, look, if you open your eyes, we're going to punish you. Everybody agreed to it. They said that it makes sense. Very, very quickly, just like you've seen boarding school, didn't matter that this was in, Ikoyi in Lagos, right? All these buttered kids. Very quickly, there were some guys who were opening their eyes, trying to cheat and stuff. So we kind of, in a very jovial way, say, come on, this stuff's not going to work. In the end, right, these guys just carried on trying to cheat.
Like, so, it's just who they are.
So eventually, it sort of got to me, and I was like, guys, this is ridiculous. We're going to have to throw you out. In fact, I'm going to make you sit out one aspect of the game. And then I realized that there was a bit of a friction building. So I then said, you know what? Let's hear what the group will say to punish you, since they came up with the rule. So I opened it up to the room to say, look, this, you guys know what he's been doing, whatever. And the room said, it's okay, just let him join back.
This is the nature of the society.
At that point, I basically, that was what to me told me that it is very difficult for Nigerians to agree to progress in a way that's sacrificial.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be punished, or nobody wants to punish anyone.
Yes. It goes both ways.
Yeah. So if you don't have consequences for your actions, then you carry on with the mistakes of the past, because nobody's going to get punished.